Hey YouTube, what is up? Now that my college finals are finally done for this semester, I can put more time into these retro reviews, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So here is my retro review of the white TigerZord. Now I do have the Power Coin, original box, and original figure that came with this Zord. I don't know the boxes for all of them, and I am going to show the figure and Power Coin later in the video, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. After the next Zord, which I think is the TigerZord, I'm not going to have the boxes anymore. But anyway, here's the front of the white TigerZord box. Nothing special. The cardboard on it is paper thin. It's actually about as thin as the sheet of printer paper is, but you know, back then they didn't really have the best construction means for this kind of stuff. Here's the side of it that just shows the Mega TigerZord, which I will show later in the video as well. The back of it, which is actually really detailed, and if you want to pause it to read it, go ahead. I don't really, want to read it all to you. And then this back side, which is the other side of the box, which just tells you the story of the Power Rangers. The bottom of the box does show the Thunder Ultra Zord, which is when you take the TigerZord in Tiger form, put it inside the TigerZord, and then put the ThunderZord Assault Team and the Red Dragon Zord on top of the TigerZord on the platform that it comes with. I'm not going to do that in this video, but I may do it in the TigerZord video, just giving you guys a heads up so you're not disappointed later on in case you expected it. And here's just a quick close-up of the white Ranger figure that it does come with in the Zord. Sorry about the strobing, my LEDs were making it look a little weird. I'm not going to spin it around or anything because this figure is actually very finicky after being 20 years old, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. As you can see, it's not the most articulate looking figure. The Saba sword on it's pretty decent looking for, the 90s, but I didn't want to mess with it much because the parts on it are actually very fragile, and it is in this condition only because I've left it in the box. And here's a quick close-up of the Power Coin that it comes with, the little white Ranger figure that it comes with, as in the little ones you could put on top of the white TigerZord, and the two white Power Crystals. I actually haven't opened these yet, and it's probably never going to be opened because they're so small, I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. And now that we've gotten through all the little superfluous stuff, this is what the white TigerZord actually looks like. You saw in the beginning of the video, but I removed the box from behind it. I'm going to show the front of it longer than I'm going to show the sides and the back because I feel like the front is the most detailed part of it. Also, this is one of the only Megazords that I ever wanted to get as a kid and never got it until about last year when my girlfriend was kind enough to buy one off of eBay and surprise me with it, because that is ridiculous, and she bought me it straight new in box. There's actually a YouTube video a while ago of me opening it and playing dramatic music because it had been sealed for almost 20 years and I opened it and ruined the new in box. But what the fuck, if you're gonna get a toy and you're gonna, get one that's new in box, why keep it in the box? Why not play with it? And I just probably pissed off a whole bunch of people. But yeah, I can understand keeping stuff in the box, but this is one of the ones I've wanted my entire childhood, and to get it at like 19, I was psyched, so it was getting opened. Sorry. Now that I'm done going on a tangent about childhood memories, here's what the side of the white TigerZord looks like. I like it a lot. I like the stickers on it. I like that it's a little bland looking in the middle. I don't know why, even though there probably should be stickers or some kind of paint there. I do dislike how many screw holes are on the back of the white TigerZord though. That's the only really kind of pet peeve thing I always have about Megazords and like Morphers and stuff like that, is the screw holes. I don't like readily apparent machine marks and stuff like that. The legacy gear that's come out recently has actually been really good about covering up the screw holes with plastic parts and molds and stuff like that, but the original Zords do have a lot of screws, and that's always the one thing that kind of bothered me a little bit. And here's what the other side of the white TigerZord looks like. Actually, both sides do have screws in the middle of the chest. You just couldn't see it because the arm was blocking it before. But the fact that there's only 2 screws on this, is pretty good by me. I just dislike the fact that there's like 8 on the back. What you're going to see now is actually a quick time lapse of me just transforming the Zord really quick. I do put the sword in backwards and correct it. I always get confused with the sword on this thing, and I always thought it was a little funny that this kind of had like a little bit of a... Actually, the Zord has a anus almost, because there's a hole between the tiger's legs. And to segue away from talking about tigers' butts, here's what the white TigerZord does look like from the front. I really do like the way this looks as a, animal form. Not many Zords look great in, robot fighting form and animal form, but the white TigerZord, in my opinion, is one of the ones that actually gets it right and has a good balance and looks good in both forms. Although the red globes on this do fall out all the time, and I'm glad that in the legacy version of the white TigerZord, they made them injection molded and then just painted instead of actually hollow pieces of plastic that you push in. Also, earlier in the video, I did mention the Mega TigerZord, and in order to make that, you do need the ThunderZord Assault Team. You don't need the red TigerZord that's inside the ThunderZord Assault Team right now, and you do need a white TigerZord and the little attachment for the bird Zord that comes with the white TigerZord. So, here's a quick video of me breaking it down. This is actually 6 times normal speed. It took me like 5 minutes to do this because both of these are very complicated, and I actually like that about the older Zords, that they're actually kind of complicated and how you put them together and stuff like that. They took time, they weren't the easiest things to transform, but, you know, I am also being a little more cautious, except for the fact that I dropped one of the pieces right now. I'm being more cautious because these Zords are old. But anyway, here's what it looks like. And as per tradition, I will show the Mega TigerZord from every single angle. The Mega TigerZord is huge. I never had the TigerZord as a kid, but I did have the ThunderZord, and when you combine the two, this thing becomes absolutely gigantic, probably only being topped, or probably for the first time being topped, by the Power Rangers Turbo Train Zord, because that thing is also gigantic, but this is really big. The original Power Ranger Zords were huge, and this is two basically stacked on top of one another. I really do hope that they make a legacy version of this, or the ThunderZord, so that I can make the Mega TigerZord, because the legacy White TigerZord, which you will see in a second on your left, is capable of doing the same transformations that the original White TigerZord can do to make the Mega TigerZord, but they didn't announce a legacy version of the ThunderZord yet, which is what I want them to do, because the legacy version of the White TigerZord, which you can see on your left, is incredibly detailed and basically takes the White TigerZord to the next level. I'm not going to do any more comparisons between these two because I have an entire video, which I'm going to link right now, doing like a huge, maybe like 6-7 minute comparison to the two, every aspect of both of them and all the changes that they've made. And I feel like with that, I've pretty much spent all my time. So thank you guys for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be pumping the videos out a little more frequently now that I don't have to deal with finals and such. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment down below with a Zord you'd like to see being reviewed in the future. And if you really liked the video, don't forget to click subscribe because it's free, it's fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.